Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting and amazing spectacular Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master, Propaganda, your lord and master, your king of kings, your only sanctioned source of comedy to entertainment, off here to a 2v2 on Elst Outskirts. In the north it is Artavick and LegioRoma, fighting for the German army, Deutschland. Here with the Großdeutschland Panzergrenadiers, shown here with strategic reserves featuring assault grenadiers, Panzer IV Molières, breakthrough packages, mobile observation post, the Tide Race, and we got here Elite Armored, Overwatch and Breakthrough versus South it's Slowlee and Bisonette fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union. The 5th Guards Mechanized Corps with Armoured Assault Army, NKVD Rough Disruption Tactics, Defensive Tactics, Terror Tactics, Guard Motor, and an Armoured Assault. So we're off to the races, and as always, a big hearty thanks to my paid supporters. Without them, these video and so many others would not be possible, so do consider joining the illustrious ranks by pledging on Patreon, or you can donate by time by PayPal. Links in the description. I'll let you know, comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. So we got an assault grenade to start here from Artavick. We've now been getting some new much snazzier skins, and they definitely look pretty damn great, so thumbs up to whoever did those. They look spectacular. I just wish the regular grenadiers looked so good. Meanwhile, we got Slowlee here with Armoured Reserve Army, featuring the command squad, submachine guns, or conscript assault tactics, team weapon airdrop. Go! Go, go, team weapon airdrop. Anyways, rapid conscription and the howitzer, more assault grenades out there for Artavick. Meanwhile, LegioRoma heading towards the southwest there. And we got a bit of barbed wire off to ensure the Soviets can't pop in through that front door. Soldiers being forced up with MP40s. Machine holding up the northern point here. Straffney catching the pioneers there. East side we got engineers bring up there for Bisonette. But the overall light skirmish again so far. Double punions up there for Bisonette. Trouble comes there for Slowlee. So he may, who knows, actually planning to use the conscript assault tactics. We shall see. Sturm Punion got there we go. Slowly sneaking up behind the German lines to go for the cop on there. Very good move there, and very clever move there by Slowlee. They're going to throw the Germans a bit off. You can see there though, Legion was able to catch in the time. We also got the second assault squad arriving here, so it's not quite as easy there for Slowlee, and he is forced to retreat. But overall, not a bad idea. But in this case, run into the slight issue of a lot of assault troops with a lot of assault weapons. Ground weapons. There we got a third assault squad out there for Artavick. He's really committing hard to it there for Deutschland. We'll have to see what LegioRoma goes for. Certainly a few options there, but which he commits to, I do not know. Third penal squad there for Bisonette. I mean, the Scout Corps would be an excellent choice against all these assault grenadiers, since they do lack Panzerfaust, and while technically if you can sort of get them close enough in large numbers, they can take out the Scout Corps. It's going to be a bit of a taller order. Tech for Artavick, very good. We got the Fulters with the conscripts, Brandhand grenade off, but not there. We got the Fulters moving about here, going for the southern fuel point there. We can see there that Slowlee has been routed in the face of the German assault. Furious and relentless, but there you go. Bisonette looking to take advantage of the current situation to try and sneak up and hit here. LegioRoma alongside his teammate. We got the assaults moving up though, forcing him to the force. There you go. The assault grenades being focused down. We see here an immediate retreat here as Artavick realizes he's in a bit of trouble. There's Bisonette and Slowly making a blah again. I'm sorry messing about with the names there. Some players just keep changing names, so it makes it a bit tricky for you to keep track of things. So my apologies. But anyways, up north MD4 to remain static. I don't think that's super great there, to be honest, by Artavick. Some S-Mods could be a better idea, though, honestly, instead of, leaving that one machine gun bunker, but I definitely don't think leaving just the machine gun up there for long is going to be a great idea, in particular with the Soviets say go for a Scout Car, in which case they're just going to just clear it up rapidly. Some heavy fighting conditions in the west as Bisonette and Slowlee there go for LegioRoma. Artavick they're dispatching some assault to assist. It's also been like to make a nice company. Could go for 2-2, but honestly, the 250 and half-track I find tends to be really great with assault guns. Like stuff a half-track ready with assault guns, get them up close, then pop them out. You can really do some serious damage to an opponent and quickly overwhelm a lot of support weapons. Of course, with the M3 and 1 out, a 2-2 will likely be necessary. Well, it won't likely, it will be necessary, since that's going to counter it hard, but obviously risk just getting countered himself. And there you go. Bisonette going for the cop on there. Still no doctrine from him or from LegioRoma. Assault guns pioneer setting out there from the base. Could go for the 2-2, likely will, but again, could go for the 251 as well. Certainly also with the doctrine actually synergizing it through the mobile observation post, and can also lay down Regal mines. It could actually be an idea to go for the 251, to be honest, but 2-2 first, I mean, no arguments there. But there you go. Going as expected here for the isolated MD42 team there. Punishing him there, could risk wiping up, which would definitely be painful there for Artavick and for Deutschland. Pums are being mauled by the assaulters quickly retreating there. He's not paying attention here though, and that actually increased the chance of getting a wipe here. The longer he waits around. Oh yeah, that's a wipe. That is absolutely a wipe. That's going to be grabbed there by Bisonette. Beautiful punish here of Artavick for some otherwise, I would say, sloppy MG42 players to the Valmont. You really just don't want to leave the MG42 up there and you're like going for like a heavy assault formation with assault grenadiers. You typically still want the MG42 to support the assault grenadiers, so definitely a bit of a slip up there by Artavick and beautifully punished there by Bisonette. In the southwest too, Slowlee is not seeing much resistance there that we can see now, and fresh assault prepared here by LegioRoma. He's also gone for the MG44, which is now got his elf, a slightly updated skin as well there. So that's a neat little detail there. No commissar yet here though for Slowlee. MG42 there, gonna have to flank, though of course it can do that fairly well, in particular just with a quick sprint, and there you go. Got the sprint away, machine gun there trying to get away. Can he catch any time there? A grenade assault on the right path place there could maybe do the trick, but the problem is gonna have to like predict correctly to make it work. I was just gonna have to like be tossing munitions straight out the window. 2-2 ready here for Artavick. In the southwest, we got LegioRoma there pulling off an assault. We got plenty of dug in Soviets, and there we go. Got the commissar out there for Mr. Slowlee. Fixing up the scout car there. Got the KMF out there for LegioRoma. Grabbing the Western Victory point. Hey, finally, we got the armor car going for the pins. We got the assault coming up as well to assist. Strafnigger, they're getting the anti-tank rifles, but they're always low in health. They might try and pop the anti-tank rifle, but there's a good chance he just gets the wipe in the process. Yup, down to one man. He does get it off, but as you might notice, gets the unit one. That was an upgraded unit, so that I don't think was actually worth it. I mean, that was, you know, roughly 300 manpower plus 70 munitions, and another 45 for like 150 munitions to take out a 222. And he had an anti-tank rifle there to Artavick, so that was not really good combat math there. That was a very beneficial engagement there, I think, for Artavick, even it cost the 2-2. I mean, technically there's still the issue with the M301, but I mean, I still think he somewhat came ahead on that one. But he's supposed to go for another 2 to counter it, so maybe it comes ahead here for Bisonette in the west here, though. Heavy fighting here between Slowlee as they get caught up. The ND force pressing a lot of troops. Molotovs off there. Assault off flanking about. Their comms are doing when they can. Brandhunt grenades to the conscripts here, burning through them. And up north here, Artavick is forced to fall back here in the face of Bisonette. Second troops are ready here. Folks being mauled here. Comms are doing when they can before being finally overwhelmed. And we do have upgrades here with submachine guns for Slowlee. 2 thumbs up. A bunch of PPS-841 submachine upgrades. Excellent, excellent. Unless you happen to be on the receiving end of it. Could also go here for the team weapon airdrop. Go! For some machine gun and a field gun, we got mines here from Bisonette. Good spot there. Trot on the way there for LegioRoma. Pack 40 there for Artavick. Assault is reinforcing healing, setting up for another glorious push there in the name of Deutschland. 10% come out up there with Slowlee, and we got the cheese and all of that is excellent, and as of course you're the Germans, in which case it is the opposite of excellent. Meanwhile, Bisonette's yet to take up. They definitely has the potential. Of course, he may be planning to push for T-35s faster, since, you know, he has gone for Armoured Assault, so having some T-35s, of course, would be pretty excellent. Okay, we have to come to the carve point, but there's still this gap here which is exposed. And it's worth knowing the Germans, while, you know, they're getting hit by this route here quite consistently, aren't doing really the same against their opponent by the, you know, mirror route there. That is a bit worth knowing, but there you go. Assault is catching the Strafniggers to try and make a push for the carve and see retreat here, plus the MG44 joining in. Very good there. Got the MG4 to the ready. Good work by Bisonette, getting that one set up in time. T7 running forwards here for Slowlee. Armoured car punishment in the north. Body of the infantry again, pretty much predicting they were going to move the assault units towards here. Artavick, they'd definitely be on the slower side. He was going to try and make that route. He definitely should have sprinted to get there faster before the machine had a chance to sit up there. Betty 2 gain on the squads, not shabby. Armoured car holding back here. Telemards there from Artavick, thumbs up. That said, he may want to consider like backtaking for the infantry company just to get a mortar here, since a mortar would also be an excellent synergistic tool with the assault grenadiers to throw down smoke and then rush them through it. or again going for a half track, as that would allow them to basically just, quickly rush their soldiers up to the machine gun, quickly clear it out, and grab him even possibly, or at least force the retreat very fast. Well, there you go. Submachine guns going for the assault, and the Fulton companies quickly getting focused down there. They are negative cover. Excellent response there by LegioRoma, but they are closing in despite the losses. They are on the prowl. They are on the hunt. We got Molotov off here, pushing forward with their submachine guns, tagging through the Germans. Schwerpanzer caught in the car plant here from LegioRoma to defend it. Good plan there. Thumbs up. And we got more mines here from Artavick. A lot of action here, but again, west side or southwest side, he's just not seeing a lot of action. It definitely looks like LegioRoma and Artavick shifting to more defensive posture, which versus the Soviets, I would say, is always a risky bet. We do not want to concede ground to them too easily. And the team weapons dropping out, that is a Maxim and a field gun, of course, a nice bit of firepower there for Slowlee. Old Centennial people on the MU-42, thumbs up there, good work though. I would say a bit risky, like, there's potential like getting grenaded from just the tree line, in this case getting flanked from that angle, so while it's great to see them use the ability, I think the set of their rule has a few issues. West side being further gobbled up there by Slowlee, very good, thumbs up. Teams once again assault here, trying to defend the fuel pump. We got more troops arriving here though from Artavick. Definitely should want to take up faster. We got punch companies, and that's an excellent choice there. Schwer punch quarters there. Could be authorized soon here for LegioRoma, and maybe some Overwatch, I think would be a good addition here. Germans, though, definitely found a bit of defense. We also got the big 2-point situation. It's not looking great for the Germans either. 500 and 282. Definitely need to be careful about that. That soldier's going in for the penal troopers, and there we go, forced it out there since again the wind front door is wired off. British skirmishing close to this German base. Still no take that. But they definitely like to take certain more pressure here, I think. Scar Coast alive by way of Bisonette. Good work keeping that one alive. And there you go, Mechanized Armor Company. And again, very likely going to see the T-35. I mean, could rush out the T-34 now, and that honestly would be bad either. But I think the T-35 is just, long-term better investment. Fuel cache there as well, good idea. Thumbs up. Provide some of this and his team with more fuel for more tanks, and of course if he's planning for the IS-2, having a fuel cache to assist with that is certainly also a very good long-term goal. Monsters out there, orbs on the way there, and finally some tech here for Artavick, very good. Panzer pulling into the building there. Is he planning panzer strikes or something? I don't know. On the west here, LegioRoma not making great progress with Slowlee there. In the centre we got the folks push back the conscripts. Armoured car poking its nose through. Could also try and extend more pressure. Yeah, I definitely feel like, despite having an overall very aggressive force, with, like a lot of assault grenadiers plus the pan grenadiers, Artavick ends up playing pretty defensive. Like he's just focused on the show, say effectively this tiny little compartment, which is not what I would call recommendable, in particular not with that force composition. But versus the Soviets in particular, you really don't want to typically drag out a match against them like that. That typically, in my opinion, tends to end poorly. So I definitely feel like Artavick and LegioRoma here needs to change up the strategy. And there you go. Bisonette with the T-35 there, with only one pack 40 here for Artavick to stop. That could get painful. Of course, LegioRoma does have two Cannon rifles, but they're not necessarily in a position, for example, assist Artavick gets caught by. But there you go, slight push against the penal troopers there. Armoured car doing defensive support as well. He might want to get those panthers in, but they're firing fire here. Again, the lack of the heavy machine gun is also making things tougher here for Artavick, as it could also provide excellent supporting fire as the troops attack forward. MD-14 up there, again, instantly on piercing rounds. Thumbs up there to Bisonette, very consistent about that. And there you go, T-3045 has arrived here for the Red Army. And a strong addition against the Germans, in particular since again they currently don't cap anything that considers to contest it. And LegioRoma is still so immense. We're here from the Panzer IV Model J. You could of course also go for a Jagdpanzer. You could even try for a Panther, and there you go, Panther being heimat here by the Insigniam Pierce onto the MU-42. Scout charging forward, that is quickly pushed out. Oh, they pop back in, and Activist getting wiped if he's not careful. Pioneers close being murdered, and there you go, T-35 on the move, and again with a single Pack 40. And no Panther Fast, by the way. It becomes fairly risky if Artavick to stop it, depending on how aggressive Bison gets. But he might like to hit the Telemine. Nope, he avoids it narrowly. Had he hit the Telemine, that would actually been, I think, a great spot, obviously, here for Artavick. But the lack of a Telemine around there definitely allows Bisonette to sneak away with his T-55. Really close call, though. Really close call. Troops enforcing healing. Another pack 40. No support of core. I mean, honestly, my recommendation would just be get out a Stube, since it can be great versus both the T7 and the T35, at least solid. Yes, going for the MD42 though. Thumbs up there to Artavick. Finally going for an MD42, but I definitely would advise getting out some Stubes here. As for LegioRoma, again, like their Panther 4, though I think a Yak Panther 4 would also be acceptable. Germans all starting to get a bit better control of the victory points against the Soviets. That is a start. But there's definitely, I think, more need for the Germans to expose the flanks of the Soviets and try to hit them there. Also worth noting, a second fuel cache here from Bisonette. Again, I think just further assisted by, again, the Germans just being not particularly aggressive. So definitely a mistake there again there by Artavick and LegioRoma. Also got some veteran squad leaders going there. Sadly, they moved the Panther and the squad leader there visually. Was a bit of a shame as it kind of looked neat. MD4 flying away there, close to 2, but there goes press the Panther of the assault units and Panther. There goes Satchel charge off. Ooh, close call there, almost got the entire unit wiped. Supremely lucky there for Artavick. Line's gone out there for LegioRoma. There go actually hitting the western southern field point there. Excellent thumbs up there, but he is also the only player without a doctrine now. Also worth noting, T-55, radio intercept. The crew pair training, IS-2, and the Stormwing attacks. Kachushi here for Bisonette. I mean, that can work. Panther 4 Mollier there for LegioRoma. Very good. Mines it off there. I'd like to hit it with a grenade assault here. Oh, didn't. Oh, that's because they didn't have the munitions for it, so yeah. It ends up just being a massacre of the assault grenadiers. Panther was also need to get out before they get wiped with the Strafniki themselves are close to being annihilated as well. Really bloody action around this corner here in the southwest, though. LegioRoma is now being hammered here by Slowlee from an angle clear. Wasn't quite ready for, but the Panther 4 should help him to shore up things there. As for Slowlee, he also has gone for the Katyusha. No additional armor him from right away, at least. Definitely should consider more tanks faster. The more tanks for the Soviets, the better for them. Also got the Pioneer support package here, which opens up for satchel charges, destroyed cover, and just faster repair speeds. It's a pretty good upgrade. Oh, the scout could go down now to the Pioneers with the anti-tank grab. There you go. Pop goes the Weasel in the center. Undercover smoke. The folks pushing forward, but there you go. Maxim setting up just in time to stop them, I think. No. Oh, just narrowly is. Close call there, though. In the southwest here, Commissar leading a contact here for Slowlee against LegioRoma. There you go. Barnhunt got off. More folks driving. Katyusha barrage off against the southern position there, which are being abandoned. Okay, suspected position by the looks of... Oh, holy crap, that was a grenade that really went off there. Despite having heavy cover. Panther 4 arriving, and a wipe there, brutal there against Legioroma, who still hasn't chosen Doctor. I mean, they're almost 20 minutes of the game, and he still hasn't picked a thing. Now, that's definitely no. It's like T-4 moving forward here for Bisonette. The soldiers moving about here, northern point mixes with the Strafniki. Panther 4 pushing back the conscripts. Close call there, but not quite. But still no Doctrine. I mean, at this point, he could consider just elite armor just for the heat shells. I mean, with the nerf the Sturm to get the heat shells, the Panther Commander, the military repairs, I think, still all quite solid. Guess there's Overwatch for the Howitzer, the Sector Assault. Breakthrough! Well, he's definitely lost the window, I think, to really make good use of that, though. Now the Katyusha barrage around, team machine gun pack getting hammered there as Bisonette's rockets tear into them. 2 kills. Parts of the game, they're getting to catch the Strafniki out in the open there, doing some excellent damage in. They expose some negative cover. Soldiers arriving here. Panther 4 pushing forwards. Southside's been completely grabbed. There you go. Could take out the Katyusha with the Panther 4. There you go. Excellent kill there. Bisonette caught unawares, and LegioRoma delivers a resounding slap across his face that can be heard for several miles around. T-4 taking heavy damage both the Panther 4 the pack and the kidnappers here. Almost got it, but Bisonette is able to salvage it. Slowlee, meanwhile, still could go for more armor, but hasn't. And tier 4 here, so looks like he's not going to go for the Panther Vault here. He might be stalling for the Tiger Racer or Panther, neither which I would particularly be advocating here, since again you really just want more armor fast and more firepower fast. And I think trying to stall for a Tiger Racer or Panther right now here is a bit of a awkward idea there for Artavick, without at least some regular armor out there to do the trick first. And certainly with something like this, I would at least recommend 2 Assault or Panther 4 model Yays before you trying something like that. But there you go, Soldier tank for the penal troopers there. Ace level gained, very good. West side here, we got Slowlee getting pretty aggressive with his conscripts, Commissar, and the T-70. Excellent. Fuel cache there. Apologies. Got a bit of a stubborn cold. Almost got the penal troopers there. Murderous fire here and there. Go really bunched up. Excellent type with the Panther for their 11 kills. Virtually 2 gains. Schwer Panther Corps joining in there. Slowlee's men dropping up flies, but not before they clear out the MD-34. And there you go. Grabs it right under LegioRoma's nose. He's actually floating an absurd amount of manpower. Got the machine crew at least denied and wiped. But he really should not be floating that much manpower. He could soon go for another Panther 4, which would definitely be, I think, a very strong idea. That or Yak Panzer, but he definitely needs to like spend resources soon. Like consider more like infantry guns or some more orbital gun, but definitely should not be floating. He's actually going for another truck, so he's stalling for a King Tiger now. That, I mean, we've sort of piled on what Artavick is also already doing. I feel like trying to, if that LegioRoma truly is stalling for the King Tiger, that's a really bad idea strategically. Slowlee there, going for a lot of T-34, some 6s now. Very good, thumbs up. Panther 4 there, good to go. Truck arriving. Another MD-34. Troops reinforcing. They got healed up already, so good. T-4 going here for the assault inside the building. My god, Jurgens, this building is not rated for tank combat. Well, most buildings aren't. There's that one in, you know, München. Shut up, Friedrich. Lots of smoke here, but can he exploit it? And there you go, first T-34 some 6 out there for Slowlee and the Red Army. Definitely building up the numbers fast. Does look like here Bisonette's now going to go for the IS-2 heavy tank. That's definitely give him a chance over the Germans, and definitely I think has in part been assisted by the big tank stall there by Artavick, and probably also by LegioRoma. Mechanized Regiment. No heavy Panzer Corps yet. Yeah, I mean, he almost has the fuel now for the Tiger Race. He just needs the manpower and the heavy Panzer Corps. The soldiers moving in here, catching the penals within a bit of an awkward spot. 14 kills. T-4 will arrive. Pack 40 moving in. And in the west here, air support called in there by, well, actually in the east of the bus, it's calling the air support. In the west, tanks are clashing here. Almost got the T's in there. Go pop. Goes the Weasel here explosively. But again, there's just not a lot of pressure around the so fuel point, I think, consistently enough. And in north here, Artavick will be pushed back by the T-35. Still not also a lot of action here. Like, for a player again who's got a very aggressively focused force, I feel like he's playing it way too defensively. Stuka first, I mean, I guess that's not stalling for the big takes, but even then, considering the Third Army is increasingly focusing around a lot of armor, I think the Stuka first is a bit of an awkward call by LegioRoma. And still no doctor bomb. I mean, we're at the 23, almost 24-minute mark, and LegioRoma still hasn't chosen a doctor. I definitely also think that's a bit of an issue. And there you go. IS-2 heavy tank out here for Bisonette and the Red Army. Equipped with a 122mm gun. Largely designed for breaking through German lines. With that. Infrared half-track from LegioRoma now. That's something you don't see every day. In the west, meanwhile, also being caught here by the T-34 some 6s. Got a good chance of a wipe here. Got another one away there. Slowly, he's just building up a significant armored force. Excellent there. Definitely bad news for the Germans. And the Sugar the first. Oh, got him and almost got knocked out. Did get a T-34 some 6, but even though it lost, but if he lost the Sugars, that would probably been pretty bad no matter what. Really, really, really lucky there for LegioRoma. Absurdly lucky. As two, they got the penal machine almost ready. Short bounce. Panther getting engaged by the IS-2. Also fun fact about the IS-2, they actually had a bunch of hands, you can see that there, which was to help infantry ride along on the tank. Little fun fact there. Just being blasted here, and something got Panther. Oh, hey, there we go. T-35 with the damaged engine, Telemann went off, but because again someone's been stalling for the big tank, he does something immediately within range. But he has at least gotten the Tiger Ace out now, but can leverage it, do his fires, and completely whiffs. Worth noting, Bisonette with a sniper. Go figure. But will he be able to finish off the T-35 here? As to the meanwhile blasting away there at the fascists. And LegioRoma by way still without a doctrine. Tiger Ace does not pursue there. Troops hiding around here using the terrain to avoid like any easy shots. There you go, getting these satellite charges ready. Also, finally we got Overwatch here from LegioRoma with the Jägerlight Infantry Recon Squad, some new skins as well. Early warning systems for the Fatherland, Howitzer, and the Sector Assault ability. IS-2 flanks the Tiger Ace, very well set up there by Bisonette. Double bouncer from the Pack 40s, Panther gets a hit, Tiger Ace gets a hit. Air support called in, IS-2 down to roughly half health here. Can they finish it off here? We got more bouncers, there you go. IS-2 taking further damage, Luftwaffe's moving in. Tiger Ace still not pursuing, and there you go. Penal troops there definitely proved the one answer as to why. Luftwaffe is striking at the IS-2. Most of the shots though are missing, and the IS-2 suffers negligible damage from the Luftwaffe, not from anything else. The soldiers pushing back the troops here. Tiger Ace does not pursue now. Machine here almost wiped out here. There you go. Gets the wipe. Small bit of recompense here, but still on the west side again, just nothing's happening there on the south. Definitely need to be more aggressive there. The Germans. T-35 back in action, punishing here Artavick for not destroying it earlier. Got the infant half-tech here with its mighty searchlights. Unless obviously I'm calling for the T-35 forces, I'll get a large minefield here overall from Slowlee. Very good setup there. He's going for another T-34 from 6. Excellent. Excellent. Picks up the Tiger Ace. Strafniki mounting his line of fire. Decent hit there. In fact, it's got his first kill with that shot. Machine gun recruit didn't actually grab it back there. Feel like there's a slight mistake by Artavick, and there you go. Another T-35 out there for Slowlee. Slowlee's just not seeing a lot of action. I mean, again, both LegioRoma and Artavick again fighting very defensively. They're just giving the Surge so much time to just build up like a significant force and critical mass, which is really not, again, what you want to be doing as the Germans in my experience. And again, it gets even weirder when, again, like just Artavick has this much more aggressive force, but again, is playing it fairly defensively. That is not advisable. Immediately, I mean, Slowlee's also kind of playing his fairly aggressive force as well defensively, but they overall have like better position. But again, he could also stand more aggressive. I mean, there's plenty of actions like attack through here. Well, there's left mines being made up. That's good work by LegioRoma at least there. Just been caught here. Artillery raining down here on LegioRoma's positions around the center. In the east here, we got the Tiger Ace and the IS-2 clashing with the T-35 arriving here. Plus the Issue-5, which is definitely going to be a nightmare for the Tiger Ace to deal with as well. Pack supporting here. Sniper opening up as well there with 7 kills so far. Good kill tally there. Of course, that's been slightly nervous. They move a bit slower after they fire their shot. Tiger Ace getting met too. Not shabby. As soldiers pushing forwards here. Backing forwards. And there's a bit of skirmishing here between LegioRoma and Slowlee. In the east, the fight for, or the hunt for Bisonette IS-2 continues, except very slowly, and once was broken off. There's Artavick. Again, can't quite seem to find it in him to go for the kill. And Slowlee looks like he might be playing something. We got the T-35 force on the move, but definitely bring up some support for them. He is. Carpon being hit then. That's not bad there by Artavick. Grab the machine gun back. They need to retreat though. T-35 force moving in. Again, the sensation he might be strong for the Tiger Ace himself, or possibly a Panther. Oh, not Tiger Ace, but King Tiger, possibly a Panther instead of that. A few possibilities there. As for Artavick, you'd go for a Panther for model gain nothing. That could be, and of course, he may be planning to go for a Panther instead. Slowly also lost his comms at some point. Definitely settling into a slightly more contentious pace here. We're seeing again Tigris blasting the penal troops going for the victory point there. Mercilessly tearing through them. And the center we got the Panther dealing with the penal troops there. 28 kills to the name, that's pretty good. Rocket almost got the MD-34 here, up north. Punch pushing forward, shots being fired at the UC-5. And slowly, yeah, no, needs to like get more active. But again, I guess it helps if the Germans aren't being much active either. But he's got like a significant large armored force there with long field guns and all of the stuff that's just not doing a lot. Definitely feel like Slowlee needs to, like, you know, do something that should upgrade in the midst of the troops there though. Dodges it, close call there for Slowlee though. As far as he doesn't do anything like he'd find around here. I think they've been much better for LegioRoma. Artavick there, flooding a lot of resources, so is LegioRoma. They're starting to look a lot more like a King Tiger for LegioRoma, meaning there's going to be a lot of very heavy German armor. Oh! Kansas doesn't go for it, in fact goes for Jagdpanzer instead. I think that's much more sensible. Though Artavick has yet to really turn there. Another Katyusha for Bisonette for the first gun blown up, and slowly he's almost done with his second Katyusha. Almost got a wipe there. IS-2 getting pummeled here, but hail fire from the German anti-tank guns and other sources. Got it down to, well, roughly third there. T-Fed force remain very much on parade. Just seems a bit like a waste of resources on just have all those T-Fed force doing bugger all. I can understand not wanting to like attack and just waste them all, but at the same time just doing nothing with them all like this I think is a mistake. Like one option you could try is just bring them up all the way over here, go for a really deep flank and try and catch the Germans off guard in the east. We'll try to attack the enemy base here in the west. Jagdpanzer has arrived here though for LegioRoma. Equipped with a high velocity semi-permanent gun similar to the one used on the Panther, but they did remove the muzzle brake to avoid kicking up dust and giving away the position but also blinding themselves. The issue with having such a powerful gun so low to the ground. Got the Katyushas on the move there. There is a lot of rockets here, but that slowly can deliver into the German lines. We got 324s on the 7. Germans remain still very defensive, and again, I find this to be a bit concerning with Artavick, since again, it's not like he's got a lot of grenadiers for light machine guns. He's got a lot of assault grenadiers, which are not what I call great defensive fighters. Partly, again, it's the name Assault Grenadiers. Barrage off here, slightly doing some damage, but again, I feel like LegioRoma's finding the wrong target. It's not making some damage in. Panther got the almost wiped out. Rockets unleashed. Panther out here for Artavick. Machine getting hammered. Grab the center victory point. IS-2 on the move back up the T-Fed on the 55. Here, soldiers doing what they can against some threats. Pack putting them to the other side. Got target weak point now. Definitely consider using that if possible here against some of the Bisonette stuff here. Oh, target weak point is actually locked up. They're very good. Good here on the T-Fed further, starting up the crew. Meanwhile, Slowlee just remains static, and so is kind of LegioRoma here. Panther charging forward here, dashing ahead here. With no support there, a bit risky there by Artavick, but at least he's trying to get aggressive. Almost got the issue right from the IS-2. Needs to get the package support better, and again, target weak point, that'd be great. Got the issue 5, great kill here for Artavick. This Panther, the Tiger is definitely getting some damage. IS-2 taking damage. T-Fed falls on the move here, and just as that happens, Artavick LegioRoma pulls back, but so is Artavick at least as well. Looks like things are about to get really heated up now. Jagdpanzer lands hit, also need to get that before they get annihilated. Packs key machines to the T-Fed force from 6 gun, 1 down to half health. Jagdpanzer there, oh, got the Orbital done wiped. Tigris there conducting self repairs, very good. Panther in need repairs. Panther 4 fixed up. And still not a lot going on. But obviously at this point there's just so many mines which makes it much more difficult, but you know, get some minesweepers to at least help clear it out somewhat. But again, also just highlights the issue of just being so passive. It's just giving the opponent so much time to slowly just really make it difficult to like even make progress then. Maxim here. Dealing with some of the advancing troops, but the flank is exposed. We got the Tiger is trying to cover it up. In fact, it's almost near hero level, legend level. 11 kills. In the center, bit of a standoff here with the victory point there. Pack getting hammered is an ace level. Pack 40 punch going to the assault. There's a large infantry column here from Artavick. Tiger is up with the T-35 there. Slowlee's tanks holding back. Intense fighting on the center victory point still here and over the eastern one. Oops, now there by 13 kills. Tiger Race keeps flying away there. Got a wipe there on Bisonette. Assault's pushing forward. Definitely spread them out a bit more though, so they don't get as easily hit by, say, some tank fire, artillery fire there. Pack 4 is moving in. Comms up slowly. T-54 some 6s remain reserve. I definitely feel like he's being a bit too passive with his tanks at times, but against other Germans, they can't fault them too much for it, I guess. No, I'm obviously going to fault something because, again, I damn well faulting the Germans for it. Almost ace on that Tiger Ace, again, hero level, legend level. I mean, it's got already an ace, like, you know, double ace. Yeah. Counter-filtering damage from the field guns could actually risk getting wiped out here. 50 kills by the way, though. Holy smokes. Really just shows how powerful they can be under the right circumstances. Panther 1 kill. We got 309 of 64. Oh dear, looks like they might be ready for some big push here. The Grand Ura. The little back rush on. And the Germans are completely unaware because they didn't say a half check. There's flare sets to spot ahead there. Also, LegioRoma spotting the absurd amount of man for there. Got assault going on. The Panther Pack Tiger is getting hammered. Just charging the IS-2s, T-54s to the T-55s. H4 push back, but this is just a massive armoured assault here. Just absolute slaughter. Artillery fire going down. This is perfectly executed, at least well executed by Slowlee and Bisonette. 1 T-54 going down. Panther knocked up, but trading a T-54 some 6 for Panther thinks, oh, he's actually lost 2 of them. Well, perhaps not as good there. Panther 4, Yak Panther's moving in here. Still got the field guns, everything else backing up. He H4 also arriving. IS-2 taking hits. T-54's going out there. Yak Panther taking hits. We've got 64 points left for the 298 here of the Soviets. Yak Panther's about to go down here. Panther 4 almost ace level, 50 kills still. Blitzing through here. Ace level gain. Self charge off there. Got him. Himmel trying to get closer there. Got almost takes out the field and crew with it. Tiger Ace pushing through. It's Armageddon in Russian. Troops being utterly annihilated. Field gun crews cleared up. People was murdered. Tanks are exploding. Tank destroyers are combusting. It's an absolute slaughter of epic proportions. Tiger Race is nearly destroyed here. Troops are being mauled. Got one of the Katyushas. Both sides are taking incredible amounts of damage. The H-85 has been crewed here by Artavick's forces. Armor back here being repaired. They need more stuff out now. Like Artavick should just begin pushing for Panther 4 model Jays. And LegioRoma just needs to like start spamming every button he can. Like get some Jaegers out, get anything out. More Sturmpanzers, Minesweepers, just get something out, LegioRoma. You got 1400 manpower, you silly sod. You're not getting to Argentina with that. At least not alive. Some light repairs to the Tiger Ace. H-5 still being hauled away there by Artavick's unfortunate assault grenadiers. Got the Ace Assault pushing forward, 17 kills. Trying to take out the sniper. They're too low on health and too far away. In the center, more rocket fire here. LegioRoma seems frozen. He's just not getting more stuff when he easily has resource. He's planning a King Tiger now, this silly sod. I think he is, but even then calling some Jaegers. Like, just press some buttons, LegioRoma. Just press some buttons, man. H5 taking out. Tiger Ace going here for the T-45. 1600. I guess he's just completely given up here. I think he has. Yeah, I think he's dropped out here, leaving poor Artavick to fight here. Yep. Poor Artavick. LegioRoma has signed out. There we go. GG, game over there. Loss for the German army. A victory for the Red Army. Some brutal action there by the end, but again, it also just highlights the issue with the German, or like the, not issue, but, you know, shall I say, the particulars of the, you know, German-Soviet matchup, which again is very much like, you do not try to outgrind the Soviets will grind you down and then some. It's very much about aggression, constant pressure, and trying to fight your engagements very smartly. It's about firepower and applying it correctly, which is the Germans in particular can be a bit tricky, in particular on a map like Elst Outskirts, but the Germans definitely made it very much harder for them to use the trade as much as possible, like a lot of flank paths here, and there's definitely also too little action going on here from LegioRoma, so there's definitely a lot there that could have been done a lot better, plus, doctrine sooner. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, and of course do consider donating or pledging on Patreon. Links in the description. This is Imperial Link to tiers, and see you all tomorrow for a nice episode. Bye.